Today we are just finished planting some stuff, so I'm a little sweaty. Just planted some sweet potatoes, but we're going to be taking a look at. So this is my comfrey, and yeah, this plant looks horrible. This leaf looks horrible, but this is comfrey, Sapphicum officinale. And as you can see, she's got some new girls growing, and comfrey is a very interesting plant. Fixes soil, so it has a nitrogen boost that it can give to your soil. And apart from what it can do from your soil, comfrey gives us so many good benefits to topical applications. Now, I would be remiss to not mention the traditional uses. While in traditional uses, comfrey was definitely ingested, but in today's use of comfrey, it is used topically. So today I am going to show you how I use comfrey to create a salve. So we're going to turn this on so we can weigh out our shea butter. And because this is a shea butter that has dried out a little bit because the way I had it, still good. It just needs to be melted down. So we're gonna do a half an ounce of the shea butter, and I'm putting this in here with the beeswax. It's a little bit over, but I want it to be like 6.60. All right, so perfect. And this is why I always work with clean hands. And since this is for me, before you come for me in the comments, this is for me and my family and my household. So I'm good with using my hands. But if I were making this for other people, I would most definitely have on gloves, even though my hands are clean. Okay. So in here I have an ounce of beeswax. And as you saw, it was 0.6, but now it's 0.55 of shea butter. And we're going to melt that down first before we add our comfrey-infused oil. And our oil is infused in jojoba oil. So this is going to be a really good salve. All right, so let's move that out the way and let's go ahead and extract our oil. Okay. So I started this March of 22. I'm 22. March 22nd. But I have been so busy that I haven't had a chance to extract it. So here we go. Look at all that color. That lets you know that this oil has picked up all of the color and all the medicinal properties of this oil, which I am so super excited about. I should have had a cheesecloth because I could have squeezed it better, but it's a little late, and I didn't feel like going to look for the cheesecloth. So this fine mesh strainer should be enough. And I have it in this bigger bowl just so that if I lose any of it, I won't, well, if it spills, I won't lose any of this great infused oil. So remember, this is comfrey. Comfrey is for topical use only. This is never to be ingested. It can do some really bad liver damage. That is why we are doing the salve. But would you look at this color? Would you look at that color? Now I can see why I should have had this add. There's some sediment at the bottom, but we probably won't get that. I'm going to go just enough to not get that in. All right, so we're going to now head over into my kitchen, start this double boil. Let's go join me in the kitchen. All right, so now we are going to just sit this in this double, what we would consider to be a double boiler. The water is on. We are at this point just trying to melt down our butters and the beeswax. Some people will add everything together, and I didn't want to do that because I really don't want to ruin any of the medicinal properties of the infused oil. And so I figure if I melt the beeswax down with the shea butter, turn off the stove, and then add that oil, we should be good to go there. I got about 6 ounces of the oil total, so I'm hoping that this isn't going to be too soft. And once I feel like it's cooled down, I'll add a couple of drops of essential oil just to give it a little bit of a fragrance. And so the essential oil that I'm going to use is myrrh. I like the smell of that, and I think that'll go nice with this. So we're going to let that melt down, and we'll be back. Okay, so you can see everything is just about melted. And what I'm going to do, it still has a few more pieces like up here and stuff to melt, but I'm going to turn off. Actually, I have to leave the fire on low. And now I'm going to pour in, while it's still on the stove, I'm going to pour in our infused oil. So you can see it instantly started solidifying. So we're going to turn this up some. And that's because that happened because the oil is cold and this is hot. So I'm just going to now let that melt back down. And we're just going to leave that in here, move it around while it melts down. And that's a normal thing to happen. So if that happens to you, don't get, scared. It's because your oil was cold. Let this go until it heats back up. And because it's on a low, it was not very high, we're not killing all of the properties. And we literally just want to make sure that there's no lumps, which is why I'm stirring constantly. And then we'll have to move fast. So I'm going to finish stirring this, and I'm going to meet you back at the table. All right, so what I did was, I'll just show you real quick, is I put a little bit of this hot water in this bowl so that it won't solidify when I add a couple of drops of this. So that was 15 drops of Ylang Ylang. And we're going to do okay. That was 10. Oh yeah, that smells good. 10 of the myrrh. Okay. Now we have to move fast. So I'm trying to just move everything out of the way. And this was a smart idea, I think, to put it in there. But now we're going to pour. And hopefully, oh, it's not hot enough. I can touch it. I need to clean off the bottom so there's no water. You're not seeing anything of what I'm doing. All right. And so now we're going to pour it in our tins. This last one, as you can see, has a little bit of the sediment in it, and this one's going to be for me. The other ones don't have it. We're going to go ahead and let that set up, and it'll set for the rest of the night, and I will bring you back in the morning and show you how it is all done. Thank you for watching. If you haven't done so, please be sure to like this video, subscribe to my channel, and turn on the bell for notifications. And as always, make time for what heals you. Take care, my friends. Thank you for watching. If you haven't done so, please be sure to like this video, subscribe to my channel, and turn on the bell for notifications. And as always, make time for what heals you. Take care, my friends.